And now John is up.
First of all, let me start out by thanking Darlington Library for having us, Miss Emily for hosting us, and for fellow poets for coming out. And for the other fellow poets that are watching this on YouTube, you know where we're at. The link will be on the comments. The first poem is called A Poet's Duty. What are you about to read? This is what they ask of me. I wonder if they're looking for humor or perhaps something easily recognized. I made my way to the podium carrying my book of poetry with me. Deep down, I was wondering inside, should I make them all laugh or maybe cry? What actually is a poet's actual duty? Do they owe anything to you or me? Or should they just get up and talk, hoping people sit down and not walk out? Anytime during that poet's scheduled spot. So let's just stop and take in the poet's words. I looked around as I began to speak, hoping to see listeners in pure thought. I varied the subjects of my original poetry, hoping that I could retain their attention. There was an older man who wept, and a young woman who had slept. During my time, the only thing that was on my mind was that I hoped I kept it entertaining. So, exactly what is a poet's actual duty? Do they owe anything to you or me? Or should they just get up and talk, hoping people sit down and not walk out anytime during that poet's scheduled spot? So let's just stop and take in the poet's words. This is called Different Worlds. She drove on by me in her horse and buggy. I could tell by that glance she wanted to hug me. Though we do come from two different worlds, I am still a man, but she will always be an honest lady. I watched her buggy and horse move gracefully down the path. The connection that we shared, I could tell maybe it would last. Though we do come from two different worlds, I am still a man, but she will always be an honest lady. A few days ago, I saw her again, riding in her horse in that buggy. I'm no lip reader, but I'm pretty sure she asked if she could hug me. Though we do come from two different worlds, I am still a man, but she will always be an Amish lady. Unfortunately, I wrote this about our Dublin market that closed. It's called Goodbye Dublin Market. Today, the Dublin market served its final customer. It had been a local landmark that stood for years. The local folk would stand in line shopping there, but today they stand outside while tears fall down. Times are changing to their small town. There's not many local names left around. Corporations continue to show them the door, saying local business isn't needed anymore. Another empty building with a lifetime of memories, soon to be replaced by an unfamiliar name and place. Local residents losing jobs they had since they were kids. Sadly, this is the way modern business is these days. Say goodbye to the Dublin market. Her familiar signage went out for good. Local residents bowed their heads in sorrow. There's no more tomorrow for the Dublin market. Thank you. Sad but true.
Thank you, John. And again, I really have to thank John because he's the one that made this happen. Yeah.